How to rank your websites on any search engine online fast. Welcome back. You're watching ACIERO in Amsterdam. Today I'm back again with how to rank your website, your new website online fast. Yeah, an existing website. So for most of you who are there, you build websites and you expect to rank immediately, or you think, oh, Google will come and get me whenever I want and blah blah blah. That is not true. You may be waiting for a long 6 months before your website start ranking for anyone. Don't wait that long, because there are some few things you can do to make your website rank really fast and also be relevant. First of all, you have to optimize your website around a niche. Around a niche. How do you optimize your website around a niche? You optimize your website around a niche through use of keywords. Use keyword research. If you don't know what that is, it's just the words you want your clients to find you using. What do you think your clients are looking for to find you? So write content related to those keywords and make sure that you use good SEO practices to rank for those keywords. Things you can do to make it rank. So first of all, you've now written all this good content with all these keywords and things, and still your website is not ranking. So what do you do? Because you've niched down, you want the right keywords, you're sharing your websites to all social networks and things like that. So what else can you do? So the other thing you can do is, first of all, the most important thing you should do is verify your website. Verify your website in Google. So how do you verify your website in Google? First of all, add your web property, your domain as a web property, and add it in Webmaster or Google Search Console. Once you've added your website to Google Search Console, to be verified using a few methods. One of them is Google Tag Manager. For most of you who don't know what Google Tag Manager is, or you want to know how to do it, click over here. There is a playlist on just Google Tag Manager videos to help you with your Google Tag Manager essentials. And the second other thing you can use to verify your website is Google Analytics. Get a Google Analytics account and then link it to your website. If you also want to know more about Google Analytics, click over here. There's a video on Google Analytics that will help you do that. If you've verified your website using Google Analytics, you also need an account for Google Analytics, like I said, or Google Tag Manager. You also need an account. You can put your container ID in your website. Most of the time, some of you don't know where to put your container ID, but it's now become so easy. If you're using WordPress and there are some themes just built specially, they have an option where you can just put just an ID and you don't need to copy the whole link and tracking code and paste it on the website. So you have two options. You go to your settings and you find the settings where analytics settings are, and then you can put that analytics ID in, or you can go to the settings, or you can find a place where you says Google Tag Manager and you can put your container ID in that settings, and then you just close. Or there's another option. If you go to your WordPress website, there is theme options, and you go to theme options, you'll see where the tags are. You'll see where you can put your tracker as in the body or the header. It will show you. So you just have to copy that link from Google Analytics or that link from Google Tag Manager, and then put it into the theme options, and that code will be on your website, embedded on website, and everything that happens on your website will be tracked using that code. But before we continue with you trying to get your website to rank on Google, so you've done all this, you've verified your website, so there's a tracking code on your site, and this tracking code is communicating. So make sure that this tracking code you're making has the same ID, now has the same account with your Google account that's linking or trying to verify your web property, because then they will talk to each other and then it will be easy for you, for your website to be verified. The other way you can use is use the DSN, but you have to log into your website and the file manager of your website in the back office, and then you have to do some things with your hosting provider. That's really complicated. So I prefer this easier way, where you just go into your website and just put in these codes, using plugins or that kind of thing. Now you've done that, your website is still not ranking, but you verified it. What do? So what you have to do is you have to go again to your website and look at the site map. Have you changed the settings on your sitemap? Because long ago, when we made websites, they were automatically submitted to Google or any search engines around the world. But apparently nowadays, this is not happening automatically as it used to, because nowadays you have to do it manually, or it doesn't go automatically. You may think that it's going to work automatically, and you'll be waiting, and your site will maybe not, be found, in search. So you have to make sure it's verified. When you verified it, you will see what's happening on your site. If you don't see any traffic apart from direct traffic, then you will understand that your website has a problem. But then you have to go into your settings again, and most of the time you have to go to the back office in the file manager of your website, and this file manager is in your hosting plan. So around there you have the HTSS file, and that file needs to be changed or downloaded, and you have to download the sitemap and put it into that map, that file manager. If you want the easier way of doing it, so don't do it like that, because that's really complicated, because most of you won't be able to do it. What I would do is I would go to my website and look at those plugins. Maybe you can look at Yoast, and you can also look at Rank Math, and those plugins have a place where you can look at your sitemap. So you can look at your sitemap and then get that sitemap. It's always like sitemap slash product something or slash pages blah blah. Get that link, click index on that, because most of the time it says don't index. Remove it from dot index to index, so that the Google robots can index that file. So get that robot text file, because it's under HTTPS, and under robot text file you see it under robot text. So robot text, click index, and and then get that file link. It's always sitemap, the sitemap. Get the sitemap, update, put that sitemap into Google Search Console, and when you put it in Google Search Console will now go and crawl your site. So if it crawls your site will immediately go onto all the search engines when they crawl it, when they look for any information related to the keywords you're writing content about. And that's how you can rank your website that fast. The easiest way is also using paid ads. So you run some paid ads, you see who is coming, even though your website is not ranking and that kind of thing. But these other ways I've mentioned are like the ways, if you're like a programmer or someone who professionally builds websites for people and that kind of thing, because it needs a lot of IT knowledge. So, but if you someone also who thinks you can do it, you can do it. You just follow these steps. If you know what I'm talking about, you can do it yourself. But before you even get to do it, try and see if your website is on Google, because if you type it in Google and say, type in your website and then see what comes out, or the name of your brand, and see what comes up on the first page, and that's when you'll know if you're there or not. And then you can follow those steps, and then every page you submit, you can request a Google index, and immediately it will rank on Google. Not immediately, maybe in 2 days or 1 day, to rank on Google for whatever keyword, if it's not so competitive. So for most of you who are wondering how to rank your website fast, that's how we do it. That's how I do it. If there are other ways you think I've missed, please leave them in the comment section below. Like this video, comment on it, because it helps me grow this channel. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for the support. I hope you like this content, and I love you, and watch more videos in 1, 2, 3, 4 and go! See you soon. Bye.